Every excuse you've ever made has one thing in common. It didn't come from your truth. It came from your fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of discomfort, and maybe worst of all, fear of responsibility. Excuses are not reasons. They're stories. Stories we tell ourselves to stay safe. Stories we cling to so we don't have to change. But let me ask you, how long will you keep lying to yourself? How many more days will you say I don't have time while wasting hours on your phone? How many more months will you say I'm not ready, when deep down you know you've been avoiding what matters? Excuses feel good in the moment, but they destroy you in the long run. They protect your comfort, not your growth. They protect your ego, not your future. Successful people, they make mistakes. They fall short. They feel fear. But what they don't do is give excuses, because every excuse is a delay. Every excuse is a denial of responsibility, and every excuse is a rejection of who you could become. Let that sink in. You're not breaking promises to the world. You're breaking promises to yourself. You say you'll start tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes. You say you'll change when things calm down, but life is never going to stop testing you. You say you need more time, more money, more motivation, but the truth is, you just need more honesty. Honesty with yourself, because once you remove the excuses, there's only one thing left: action. And action is what builds your future. Not dreams, not vision boards, not good intentions. Action. You want freedom. Start by doing what you say you'll do. Start by showing up when it's hard. Start by keeping your own word. You'll never destroy excuses by arguing with them. You destroy them by proving them wrong. Don't say I don't know how. Learn. Don't say I'm not motivated. Get disciplined. Don't say I've never done it before. Nobody has, until they do. The real enemy isn't your excuse. It's the belief that your excuse is valid. Because once you believe your excuse, it becomes a wall. And walls don't just block your path. They trap you inside the old version of yourself. And maybe that's what you're afraid of. That if you let go of every excuse, you'll have to face your true potential. You'll have to stop hiding. You'll have to take full responsibility. But hear me clearly. That's where power lives. Not in perfection, not in approval, but in responsibility. Every time you take ownership, you get stronger. Every time you follow through, you gain trust in yourself. And every time you destroy an excuse, you build a new version of you. So here's the challenge. The next time an excuse shows up, pause, catch it, question it, and destroy it. Say out loud, that's just fear talking. And I don't take orders from fear. Because from now on, the only voice you answer to is the one that pushes you forward. Excuses don't live in your reality. They live in your mind. And the more you repeat them, the more real they start to feel. But reality doesn't care about your excuses. Life doesn't pause because you're uncomfortable. The world keeps moving with or without you. Every time you say I can't, you give your power to the problem. Every time you say I'll try, you give yourself an escape route. But when you say I will, you corner yourself into growth. Because progress starts when excuses end. Let's get honest. What's your go-to excuse? Too tired? Then sleep better. Take care of your body. Adjust your routine. But don't let tiredness be your identity. Too busy? Then cut the distractions. Audit your day. You're not too busy. You're just not focused. Too broke? Then start where you are. Read, study, learn for free. Money is not your problem, mentality is. Too late. The clock is ticking. Yes. But every second you waste feeding that excuse is time you could be rising. It's never too late to begin. But it's always too late if you never do. And don't tell me you're not ready. You'll never feel fully ready. Readiness is not a feeling. It's a choice. You step forward before you're certain. You move even when you're shaking. And you trust that you'll figure it out once you're in motion. Because that's the secret. Motion builds confidence. People wait for confidence before they start. But the truth, confidence waits for you to start. Excuses are clever. They disguise themselves as logic, as safety, as caution. But they're fear in costume. And fear doesn't protect you. It shrinks you. If you keep feeding your fear, you'll stay small forever. And one day you'll look back and realize you built a life on hesitation instead of action. That's the real tragedy. Not that you failed, but that you never tried. Not that it didn't work out, but that you never showed up. So here's your moment. Burn the bridge behind you. Remove the backup plan. Decide that you're either doing this or you're not. No more maybe. No more someday. You're in or you're out. And if you're in, then act like it. Let your efforts speak louder than your mouth. Let your consistency drown out your complaints. Let your progress silence your doubts. Excuses might still whisper, but now you know you don't have to listen. They're not commands, they're distractions. And you're done being distracted. You've got goals to hit, a life to build, and no excuse is strong enough to stop the version of you that refuses to quit. You don't need more time, you need more discipline. Because it's not the clock that's your enemy. It's your hesitation. It's the way you check your phone every 5 minutes. It's the way you say, just one more scroll, knowing it's a lie. The real war isn't out there. It's inside you. You've got battles no one sees. A fight between comfort and courage, between your excuses and your future, between who you've been and who you're meant to become. And every day you're choosing a side, with every action, with every delay, with every excuse disguised as later. But here's what successful people know. Discipline doesn't wait for motivation. Discipline shows up even when motivation is nowhere to be found, because motivation is a visitor. But discipline becomes a resident. It moves in, even when you don't feel like it. It knocks on your door when it's cold, when it's hard, when you'd rather quit, and it whispers, do it anyway. Want to be different? Do what average people refuse to do. Wake up when it's uncomfortable. Study when it's boring. Practice when no one's watching. Work when others rest, because greatness is found in those hours no one else wants to own. Success isn't glamorous. It's gritty. It's hidden in repetition, in sweat, in silence, in staying late, in showing up early. You want change? Then do what you said you would do, even after the mood you said it in is gone. That's where transformation happens, because talk doesn't build muscle, excuses don't build empires, only action does. You don't need more affirmation, you need more execution, because nobody cares about your excuses. They only remember your results, and you've been sleeping on your potential. You've been romanticizing the idea of change, instead of actually chasing it. But you already know what you need to do. You just keep waiting for it to feel easy. You keep waiting for a mood, a sign, a green light. Stop waiting. Start doing. Because the truth is, you're not tired. You're undisciplined. You're not unmotivated. You're distracted. You're not stuck. You're stalling. And the longer you entertain those excuses, the harder it gets to hear the voice that actually matters. Your inner warrior. That voice that tells you, you've still got time, you've still got power, you've still got fight, and all you need is to begin. Excuses are not just words, they are walls, invisible barriers built with your own hands, brick by brick, thought by thought, until they cage the very life you said you wanted. You say you want success, but do your actions match your words? You say you want change, but do you move differently? Because talk is cheap, but time is expensive, and you keep wasting yours as if you can get it back. Every excuse you make is a delay, and every delay is a death sentence to the life you could have lived. A slow, silent suffocation of your purpose. The gym you didn't go to, the idea you didn't start, the skill you never sharpened, not because you couldn't, but because you wouldn't. That's the truth, and it hurts, because deep down, you know you've been the only thing in your way. You're not unlucky. You're undisciplined. You're not out of time. You're out of focus. Success is not just about talent. It's about endurance. Can you keep going when your excuses scream louder than your ambition? Can you wake up tired, but still show up? Can you feel fear, but still take the leap? Can you feel unmotivated, but still get to work? That's the difference. That's what separates the average from the relentless. See, successful people have excuses too. They feel fear too. They feel resistance, pain, doubt, just like you. But the difference is, They don't negotiate with their excuses. They don't give them a seat at the table. They hear the voice of laziness, of fear, of comfort, and they walk past it every time. Because if you stop every time it's hard, you'll never move forward. If you quit every time it hurts, you'll never grow. You must become immune to your own weakness. You must learn to act in the absence of comfort, to push when your body says rest, to speak life into yourself when the world goes silent. No one is coming to rescue you. No one is going to push you to greatness. You must be your own rescuer, your own hero, your own momentum. You must become the kind of person who gets it done, not when it's easy, but because it's necessary. Let the world keep waiting for motivation. Let them wait for the perfect timing. Let them wait for the stars to align. But not you. You move now. You move with urgency. You move like your life depends on it, because it does. You want change. Then destroy every excuse that tries to protect your comfort, because comfort is the killer of growth, and excuses are the guards standing at its gate. You say, I don't have time. Wake up earlier. You say, I don't know how. Learn. You say, what if I fail? Then fail forward. Bleed. Fall. Rise again. But don't sit there and rot in regret, because excuses are just well-dressed lies, and you've believed them long enough. What if you treated your goals like oxygen? What if you fought for your future the way you fight to defend your limitations? What if just once, you didn't wait for perfect, you didn't wait for motivation, you didn't wait for someone to hold your hand, you just got up, faced the mirror, and said it ends now. No more stories, no more delays, no more living life with a shadow of who you could have been, because life doesn't care about your excuses. It rewards the doers, the finishers, the ones who show up, broken but committed, afraid but focused, lost but still moving. Excuses feel good in the moment, but they steal everything in the long run. Your energy, your dreams, your confidence. You think you're avoiding failure, but what you're really doing is building a prison of regret. Look around. Every excuse you've ever made has brought you here. And where has it gotten you? Now look ahead. There's a path paved with hard work, patience, sacrifice. It won't be easy, but it will be real, and it will be yours. So take back your power. Silence the inner voice that says, not today. Answer back, then when? And go. Stop thinking. Start moving. One step, then another. Then don't stop, because when you kill every excuse, you make space for every possibility. Right now, this moment, you have a choice. Continue the loop, or break it. Excuses will keep whispering, but so will your potential, and only one can win. So choose to move forward, choose to rise, choose to become the person who no longer hides behind reasons, but shows up with results. No more delays, no more what ifs. Just execution, just action, just discipline. If this message shook something inside you, if it forced you to confront your patterns, then don't let it fade when the video ends. Subscribe to the channel right now, because every single week we speak truth like this, to wake you up, to pull you forward, to rebuild the version of you the world tried to bury. Leave a comment below. No more excuses. Let me know you're ready to take your life back. And remember, the difference between who you are and who you want to be is what you do next. So go, now.